All right, what's up, man? I'm Thomas Martino, and my business is Comfort Zone Trading Newsletter. And so the problem that I kind of identified is that college students and young professionals, they lack the time and knowledge to make confident market investments. Whether they're pressed by time or just inexperience, they're not able to make confident decisions within investing. So my newsletter offers market updates and investment ideas. It will be nightly through email. And so it really eliminates that time management stress for the customer, and it provides a trustworthy source. So some trends I identified here. On the left, we've got Robinhood downloads over the past year. And so as you can see, it's skyrocketing over any of these other providers. And this is really going to try to be my target market. So the Robinhood investors, in my eyes, I see them as probably the most inexperienced traders, but also the people that probably look at the market the most. So your inexperienced traders are going to use Robinhood. The other ones, such as Fidelity, Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, those are like your hedge fund guys, your big time investors who really know what you're doing. So I'm really going to try to target these inexperienced investors using Robinhood. So I know the market's there. I know it's big and I know it's growing. And then on the right here, I've just got the Google trend for the term stock over the past 15 years. Right about at the far right, that's kind of when COVID hit. So it shot up, came back down a little, but now we see some growth. So I think I've got a pretty big market to tackle. So my key steps to success, I'm going to get my customers through my website, Twitter. For Twitter, I'm just going to send out just literally rambles, and I really need to gain a following through Twitter, and that'll really help me just like get some trust and get some customers. And then the newsletter template. So I made one the other day, and this is really what it would look like. So if you were subscribed, you would receive an email nightly with the date. And this one was for April 14th. If you can read through that a little bit, but this is really just a strategy that I'm providing for my customer for investing. I'm not telling them what to invest in, but this is just my ideas. And this is something that will really help someone who doesn't know what they're doing, like figure it out. And this literally takes 5 minutes to read. So yeah, here's like the rambles. And then if I had a new trade idea, I would put it right here. Here's a holding and then a description of that stock, and then an option play with a little description and a little strategy for it. And then just some numbers, some charts, and then some contact information. And then here we've got the website, pretty simple, made it through Shopify. You literally just have to go in and subscribe at the bottom here, and you type your email in, and then you immediately start getting my updates via email. So the team is me, and then I have an ambassador who's one of my trading buddies that goes to the U.S. Air Force Academy. And I think that's a big opportunity because, everyone in the Army, first of all, they do not have time to invest, but they have the money and they need to invest. So I think this could be a pretty unique market to tackle with a newsletter, or whether it's just managing portfolios and stuff. And here are just some numbers. Here are just some numbers over the years of profits with some trades. These are all shares. A lot of the profit I've made through options as well. Any questions?
Okay, so I did have one question. I know that especially lately, there's been a lot of market volatility lately with like new internet trends, people pumping stocks. With that in mind, is there like a specific niche that you're going to target in terms of markets, or are you trying to do like the technology field, the renewable energy field, like updates on all of these different fields, or one particular?
Yeah, so really it's going to be a variety of trades. I look at obviously e-commerce huge, and right now I'm into like blockchain stuff like that G-Box stock that was on my newsletter. It's a blockchain stock, and basically they like provide like a digital like marketplace or digital like payment system for big companies, and they're like really small right now, and that's why I see the upside in them. But I mean, no, I don't really have specific stocks. It's just really what I do research on, and then that's what I kind of send out what I like. It's really not I'm not trying to tell the customer what to invest in. Rather, I'm just like sharing my ideas and my strategies so they can kind of narrow down what they would want to look at in the market. Because really, these people theoretically don't have all day to look at the market. It would be like they wake up, watch the market open for 30 minutes, buy a couple shares of something or make an option trade and then go on with their day. And
Right, that
they would
makes
literally
sense.
5 minutes to read the newsletter at night, and they'd have some kind of scope for what they wanted to do.
That makes sense. Have you ever thought of like going into maybe like building an app or like a Discord page or something like that?
Yeah, so initially I wanted to do a Discord page, um, but I don't know. I feel like it's harder. Like there's bots in that, and it's just harder. I feel like it's harder to gain trust through Discords because like once you start, if like obviously you're not going to win on every trade. So if you start losing in there, like people will go crazy and they post ridiculous things. Because I've been a part of Discord like a year ago, I would say, and like those guys were not necessarily credible. That's where a lot of the pumping comes from is like Discords because you have 10,000 people in there that are listening to three guys, three admins, and they're sending out trades. And you don't know if those guys already own the shares or not. They're saying they're buying it right then and there, but in my opinion, those people probably have already held the stock for weeks. So then you buy it, it pumps, they sell it, you get screwed. So
Right. I
that's why I
think
don't think Discords are, you know.
yeah, I think that that method of like sending out the info rather than having it be like a big open discussion would definitely add to your credibility.
Yeah, I think definitely adding some sort of chat once I have a certain amount of customers, I would be down for that.
Yeah,
Whether it's
you'd have
like
to just come
one or
up with a good
three.
way to like regulate it, have good rules in there and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
because I'm sure people would have questions. That's something that I've thought of, but like obviously I don't want 50 people emailing me, so an open chat would be good, honestly, in the future.
Right. Well, it's awesome, man. I love the business model. I think it's great.
Appreciate that, man.